So now I'd like to move on to our next speaker. We have Dominic Jennings. Hi, Dominic.
Hi.
Yes, hello. Hi. If I could ask you to turn your camera on.
Yes, certainly. Just
Lovely.
1 second.
And I will introduce you. So we have Dominic Jennings, who is the head of strategic partnerships at Longevity Financial Advisors. Dominic is based in London and he has held several positions in financial services companies for over 20 years. He began his career as an investment banker, then co-founded an investment management boutique before establishing his own consultancy advising fintech and insurtech clients. And as I mentioned, Dominic Jennings is the head of strategic partnerships at Longevity Financial Advisors. And we're very much looking forward to learning more about Longevity Financial Advisors and also your input in today's conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Roxy. And good afternoon, everyone. I thought we'd start today just with a quick review of the current state of the longevity industry. This is, as I'm sure you appreciate, what we'd like to call the world's newest asset class. The total market was valued at $25 trillion in 2021. And we see this rising to around $33 trillion by 2026. It's a large universe, 50,000 companies, not just in life sciences, but also in fintech, age tech, and various, many subsectors that you'll see later on in the presentation. There are 9,000 investors involved, 1,000 R&D hubs. But this mega trend of humans living longer and healthier lives will have a profound effect on many sectors, particularly life sciences and tech-enabled solutions with them, but also on the development of a longevity financial ecosystem. And just to remind, there are already 1 billion retirees in the globe at the moment, with access to $15 trillion of assets per year. So this is not going away. Now, although 95% of longevity companies are private, there are, however, 500 publicly traded longevity stocks. And at the beginning of 2022, their market cap reached $5.5 trillion, which was up 18% from 2021. You can see from the pie chart here that the most dominant sectors are P4 medicine, farm tech, and telemedicine. Now, we still see a healthy investor demand for longevity IPOs, and 15 longevity companies successfully raised funds. This slide provides a review of the funding by name and sector, and also, unfortunately, highlights the dominance of the US as a preferred listing destination, which has been a trend in the last years. For the next couple of slides, we see that despite the downtrend in the global market since the end of 2021, we do expect interest in biotech to accelerate this year. There have already been 13 IPOs in the first quarter, and also we should note the healthy contribution from the UK. In terms of the future, we're looking at the pipeline looking strong. There are still nearly 400 longevity companies who have announced or are expected to announce themselves as potential IPO candidates. So that's a little review of the current state. And now, if I may, we'll turn to Deep Knowledge Group. Here we have the description of the Deep Knowledge Group and a graphic of our financial activities and analytical subsidiaries. Now, what I'd like to highlight in this particular slide is the group's USP, which is our big data, analytical and research expertise. The profound and speedy changes that we've seen in the last few years in tech and biotech life science need to be serviced by an innovative, advanced analytical platform, which our subsidiaries provide. DKG and the analytical subsidiaries is a world leader in analytics for deep tech and longevity industries, using big data, AI and ML logarithms, learning for smart networking and forecasting, and offering 3D visualizations. And just to remind, this is all open access, open source. We also produce COVID-19 reports and the fantastic newly released Longevity Journal, which gives a full description of the industry. I think the important thing to remember is that these subsidiaries are knowledge engines, and they cut through the very complex and multi-dimensional aspects of the longevity industry and drive the investment strategy and therefore the client offering of the group. We'd also, just to highlight, want to point out that we can use this experience, and we'll be doing it in the near future, to establish the first ratings agency for the longevity industry. Just a few examples of the big data analytics. Here we have the Longevity Investment Big Data Analytics Dashboard. This provides the most up-to-date investment data for financial longevity, R&D, longevity medicine, and longevity tech. It works for both investors and corporations, as described in the lower analytics box, and provides screening, mind maps, data visualization, and all manner of parameters, comparatives, and reports. Similarly, the Deep Pharma dashboard provides a similar service of advanced marketing business intelligence for the pharmaceuticals and healthcare industry, using nearly 5 million data points. And there's a key focus here on AI for drug discovery, emerging therapeutics, precision medicines, and vaccine developments. And it comes with powerful data mining and visual interactive tools. Finally, as an example, we'd like to introduce the InvestTech Advanced Solution Platform, which heralds a new era in investment analytics. It provides investment recommendations and due diligence for deep tech startups, as well as publicly traded companies. For VC investors, it can identify the most promising targets. It can provide investment strategies for public markets, as well as valuations and designing new financial instruments. I should just say at the bottom of these research charts, you will see the websites. So this is Invest Solution, and you will see the link in the other slides. So on to our activities and projects. So as I said, our big data analytical expertise provides a foundation for us to build a comprehensive financial infrastructure for the longevity industry. And we seek to match the innovation of and speed of the industry by offering innovative products and more liquid tradable solutions for investors. I'll be talking about most of these products as we go along. I suppose what we should do, is talk about our track record. And Deep Knowledge Ventures was founded in 2014 in Hong Kong, and was one of the first investors in silico medicine, which was a pioneer in the AI in pharma sector. This is where computational designs are used as an alternative to animal testing. The performance of the AI in pharma helps companies bring quick solutions through clinical trials at a fraction of the cost and time. And I think as the pioneer, there's obviously more information about the solution that in silico medicine came up with in its various trials and funding. But I think to show the investment track record, we look at the valuation, which is increased by 70 times over the last 7 years, as a good indication of Deep Knowledge Ventures expertise. Now, some of the products that we have currently are called actively managed certificates. And these are, Anastasia has provided us with a great description of the advantages in dealing in AMCs in terms of their flexibility and cost reduction. AMCs are structured products which allow investors to track an underlying index or basket of stocks, perfect for investors seeking exposure to individual niche sectors within the longevity industry. We work with our partners, Arian Capital, Bank, Vontobel, and UBS on these products. I should just give you an indication of the possibilities of AI and pharma opportunities. If we look at this slide, you can see that the number of AI pharma companies only 5 years ago was 11, and investors were 30. And now, if I remember, I'm afraid I can't see the figure, but I think the pharma companies are 300 now, and the number of investors and startups has greatly increased, 20 times industry growth. So at present, the actively managed certificates we offer are an AI in pharma solution, which focuses on the basket of stocks for AI in pharma. Who are working on precision and personal medicine to reduce costs and time to market using AI and computational techniques rather than animal testing. Excuse me. We also offer an AMC on cancer vaccines. Using deep pharma intelligence, we analyzed over 150 companies, private companies, and 35 public companies to make and establish a basket of 13 stocks, which we believe will benefit the most from cancer vaccine developments. In the coming weeks, we will be working with our partner UBS, and we hope very much to launch a longevity AMC in partnership with them. This will provide us and investors the opportunity to track a longevity index through an AMC vehicle. And the index is likely to consist of between 150 to 300 stocks. And of course, we have to construct an index for this. And in that regard, we are in discussions with Morningstar to finalize the index. We're looking at the methodologies, the constituents, and the weightings. So this is a future launch in the very near future. AMCs are extremely easy to launch. It usually takes between 1 and 3 weeks to launch an AMC. And if anybody has been in the investment management business, we all know how long it takes, how much longer it takes to launch a fund type vehicle. So the choice is unlimited in our universe, and we hope to bring more AMCs to the market. Other proposed products will, of course, with indices, include ETFs, a variety of indices on the industry, and I think most interestingly, a hedge fund, which could use our research and investment capabilities to go long and short on a variety of selected companies. And this will be the first short selling instrument hedge fund in the industry. So we're very much looking forward to speaking with potential partners and colleagues about this, the setup of this particular instrument. Just moving on. Now, the Deep Knowledge Group is looking at one of the fastest growing investment techniques and making sure that we have exposure to this technique and offering clients exposure in the longevity space. If we look at the VC market, we all know it's been booming for the last many years, but last year was a record year. And non-VCs are looking for ways to access this market as well. One of the problems in the longevity industry is that traditional VC funds and investment tie up too much capital with little opportunity for exits. Our SVP platform will provide a solution for investors seeking targeted investments on a deal-by-deal basis, allowing them to make multiple investments in companies at different funding stages. This is very much a new platform, and we will be providing the onboarding, reporting, due diligence, legal tech, and reporting on the digital platform, fully automated. So it's a new innovative way not only to invest, to use the platform to help onboarding, to help the process of investment. And I think most importantly, it's effectively another innovative hybrid financial product, whereby if you use the SPV platform, there will be an opportunity for companies to access capital, but equally for investors with a possibility to offload some of their investment exposure in a quasi secondary market. Going on from SPVs, there's quite a large presentation on longevity card that I have, but I thought I'd just use one slide, as we're pretty limited in time. But another innovative product we're thinking about is under the banner of health is the new wealth. We are bringing to the market a longevity banking card. We're treating it as a vanguard product to explore the longevity banking and financial services market and to build a brand. It will have the traditional account features that's shown. We'll offer you new ways to lead a healthy lifestyle and manage your money in one secure app. The emphasis will be on efficient money management, well-being with points and rewards, fitness trackers and LinkedIn, linked apps. And also it'll be a one-stop shop through longevity marketplace of the best health and wellness brands in the world, up to 80 so far. So users will fulfill KYC, normal KYC and registrations, and we will build a brand through the marketplace, through the well-being, and through the marketing and links involved with card and providers. And hopefully we will be soft launching this in the next few months. Now, here's another interesting slide. Of course, our fundamental goal really is to move from being a longevity advisory niche boutique here at LFA and within the group, but to move to create the world's first fully licensed longevity investment bank. And here we will provide a platform to service corporations and investors to trade longevity, financial assets and instruments. Clearly, we are backed by the world's leading big data analytics. We understand the innovative developments in health tech, biotech, and longevity. And therefore, with our experience and research, we can provide the most suitable investment products and services. Who would benefit from this? Who could benefit? Well, excuse me, I think there's a wide-ranging appeal from corporations and investment funds, private banks and wealth managers, to pension and insurance companies. The nature of the innovative tech could also provide synergies with challenger banks and online brokers. We would like to clearly offer the full scope of investment bank services to clients as illustrated in this table. Finally, we also furnish an ambition to create another world first, which is a thematic longevity stock exchange. I think the best way to think of this is how NASDAQ grew in the second half of the 20th century to represent the tech industry and the growth of tech 1.0, maybe even 2.0, up until the 21st century. And now we're looking at a longevity stock exchange to carry through the longevity industry and all its various subsectors and companies and listings into the 20th century. We provide startups and smaller companies with a listing and access to capital, whilst also protecting investors with a recognized regulatory framework. It would attract a diverse pool of investors via a wide range of asset classes. I should also say that our ambition also matches and mirrors the UK government's recent long-term vision to ensure that the UK life sciences sector is properly supported and financed and helped by the City of London. Otherwise, we get the inevitable takeovers and listings on the US for our homegrown life science talent. We are in discussions with several recognized exchanges and are very excited about the possibilities of becoming a global hub, building a community of investors, companies, and advisors. So just to conclude, I hope you've got a greater understanding of our current activities and our future ambitions and strategy. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm sure my contact details are available. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Dominic. Really, really enjoyed just all the various different projects and products that you shared with us. If everybody would like to have a look in chat, you will see that my colleague Tanya Bell has very kindly shared the links direct to a lot of these products and services for those who are interested in learning a little bit more about it. Dominic, thank you so much. And of course, we will be coming back later for the panel if you are still with us.